My name is Charles Bell, and I am one of the Career and College Coordinators for the Hall County School System. Today, we will be applying to the UNG Dual Enrollment Program. To apply to the UNG Dual Enrollment Program, you first have to actually log in to your gafutures.org account. We go to gafutures.org, and then we'll go to where it says Sign In. Once we sign in, this is how your screen will look. Once on this screen, you will go to where it says College Planning. Under College Planning, you will scroll down to where you see College Applications. Once you select College Applications, you then will be prompted to actually verify your account. You'll say yes. Once you verify your account, you'll come to the college application screen. You then will go down to the U button, select the U button. You then will go over to where it says University of North Georgia, and you will actually select the Apply button. When you select the Apply button, you then in the top right-hand side of the screen will select Apply Now. All right, so now let's begin to fill out the application. Keep in mind that because we already created a GFutures account, a lot of our information will already be pre-populated into the application itself. So you can see that there are 7 sections to fill out, and we're going to go through each of the 7 sections. First, we'll start off with the name and address section. You'll see that my name is already in there. Under suffix, if you are a junior, senior, a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth person, you have a suffix like that, you would select it. I do not. You actually do have a choice to put in your preferred name. And then it asks birth name, if different from above, or other names that appear in your records. If you have those, then put it down. If not, you can skip that section. When it comes to mailing address, this is where you want to put where you actually live at now and receive mail from. You'll put down the city. Your U.S. state or territory, which is going to be Georgia for us. The county, which is going to be Hall for us. And then your zip code. It then will ask if this is a temporary mailing address, enter the date to stop mailing. If not, leave blank. I am not leaving this location, so I'm going to leave it blank. And then it asks for a permanent home address. It says click here if your permanent and mailing address are the same. For most students, this will be the same. So we're going to go ahead and click this. Where we get our mail is actually where we live at. It then will ask for contact information. It will say telephone number at your permanent home address. Again, most people nowadays do not have a home phone. If you do, put your home phone down. If not, go ahead and put down your mobile phone number. It then will ask for a work phone or an international telephone. If you don't have those, do not worry about those. It then will ask if you wish to receive text messages on your cell phone from North Georgia regarding admissions deadlines, scholarship opportunities, and other admission status. If so, enter your cell. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to that. It is your choice. And then we'll put down our email address right here. Next, we'll hit save and continue. We then will go to the personal information section. First is going to be biographical information. It's going to ask for your social security number. If you have a social security number, go ahead and put it down. And then you will actually have to put it in again. And we are using fake numbers. you would actually use your real Social Security number. It is very important that you put down your real Social Security number and it is accurate. It then will ask for your sex. And then we come to optional information. This information is used for demographic data. You don't have to fill it out, but you can if you would like to. Next, place of birth. We'll put on our birth date. And then where we were born at, the United States. Then we'll ask you for your state. Next, it will ask for citizenship information. For our status, you will put down whatever one is the most correct for you. For me, it is a U.S. citizen. It says primary language spoken at home, if other than English. Mine is English, so I'm just going to leave it blank. And then your native language, I will leave that one blank as well. If this is Spanish or Chinese, any other language, that's perfectly fine. You would put down Mandarin. If you're from China, if you were from India, it doesn't really matter. You just actually put down the language if it's spoken first in your home. Then we'll come to other information. This is actually about whether or not we've been charged or convicted with crimes. So you want to read these. Then you will get down to the military section. It says, have you been honorably discharged after at least 2 full years of active military service? If so, send a copy of your DD 214. You should not have this in high school. And then it says, if you or a family member is active duty military, what is the home state and county of record claimed on your LES, your leave and earning statement? Again, this can be left blank because you all are probably not going to be in the military at this time. Then again, it says, do you plan to use your VA educational benefits? Again, we're going to say no. Are you currently active duty, a veteran, a member of the National Guard or reservist in the U.S. Armed Forces? We're going to go ahead and say no. And then it says, are you the spouse or dependent child under the age of 24 of someone who is currently active duty, a veteran, a member of the National Guard, or a reservist in the U.S. Armed Forces? I am not. If you are, you would put yes. Then we will hit save and continue. Now it will take us to our enrollment information section. It says application type. We're going to choose joint dual enrollment high school student. Which semester do you plan on to enter? We're going to go ahead and put for fall of 25. Right now, we're going to pretend like I'm in the 10th grade and I am applying for my junior year, which will be starting in the fall of 2025. Will you be participating in the Corps of Cadets? That is the military. We're going to say no. If you are at least 62 years old and a Georgia resident, would you like to take classes under the Amendment 23? We're going to say no, we're not. Then what will be your primary campus? If you are going to attend the Gainesville campus or Ivistor campus, you will put down Gainesville. If you will be going to the Dahlonega campus, you will put down Dahlonega. And if you are going to take classes online, you would put down the online option. We're going to put down Gainesville. This one right here says, I understand if I choose the UNG online option that not all academic programs are available online. Yes, I understand that. It says, will you live on campus or meet UNG's resident policy requirements and commute? All dual enrollment students will be commuting. It says, I anticipate enrolling as, you're going to say part-time or full-time. If you're going to take 4 dual enrollment classes per semester, most students will take under 4 classes, so we'll say part-time. And then you're going to say, you're going to check this box that says, I acknowledge that all degrees and majors are not offered on every campus. This is going to ask you, have you applied to the University of North Georgia before? I have not, so we're going to say no. And then it's going to say, please give a brief description of activities in which you have participated during your high school and or college career. Since you are applying for dual enrollment at this time, you can leave this section blank or you can put those down. It will ask you, how did you hear about us? And this will actually, you actually do have to fill this out. You can just say friend or coach or counselor. I'm going to say friend. Then it asks you, in the event, if I am not accepted for admission to the University of North Georgia, I consent to have my contact information, name, email address, phone number, mailing address, academic interests, intended degree, intended major, and academic data, share it with other colleges and universities within the USG. That is perfectly fine for you to say yes or no. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And then ask for a fee waiver. If applicable, please enter your fee waiver code. When you're applying for dual enrollment, the application is free regardless, so you can leave that blank. It says, do you have an SAT or ACT fee waiver? You can put yes or no, but I'm going to go ahead and put no. If it was yes, I could put yes. I'll then move on to the next section that says save and continue. Now we're going to be under section 4, family information. What is your parent or guardian's email address? Please go ahead and put that on file. Then it will ask for a parent and guardian 1 and parent guardian 2. Put down one of your parent or guardian's names. It will ask about their education level. And then you have parent or guardian 2. This says, has a member of your immediate family graduated from the University of North Georgia? I'm going to say no. And then emergency contact. Again, this is probably going to be one of your parents or legal guardians. Then it says, check here if this address is the same as your mailing address. For most of y'all, it will be, because you probably will be living with your parent or guardian. Then it will ask for a good daytime number. Again, you can put down your parents' cell number. And then we'll hit save and continue. You will notice that it's going to ask me for about my second parent. Go ahead and put in the second parent or guardian if you get that message. Then you'll be able to go down and hit save and continue. Once you hit save and continue, we now will get to the high school information. We're going to go to where it says find school. And for this demonstration, we're going to say that I go to Cherokee Bluff. Once we select Cherokee Bluff, we then will go down and put add school. And then you'll notice everything is now filled out. It says type of institution. We'll put a public. And then our entry date, which is going to be when we actually started our freshman year. So we're going to say August of 2021. Then we'll ask, have you graduated or will you graduate from this school? We're going to say yes. Currently attending and plan to graduate from this school. And the date of graduation. My graduation will be in May of 2026. If you had attended another high school, you would add that other high school right here. I have not, so there's no need. This section right here says, please list the courses you are taking now or will take prior to entering the University of North Georgia. This is going to list where you want to list the 7 classes in high school that you are currently taking, and the credit hour in which they're worth, either 0.5 or a 1 credit hour class. Now we come to the college information section. So it says college information. Have you attended another college? If you have, you will put yes if you are currently in dual enrollment. If not, and this is your first time doing dual enrollment, you're going to say no. It says, do you plan to attend any other college or university prior to entering the University of North Georgia? I'm going to say no. You also can put not sure as well. And then we're going to hit save. Once we hit save, we're going to go to the last section, which is going to be the tuition classification information section. So it says tuition classification information section. Are you applying for in-state tuition? We're going to say yes. If you answered yes to the above question, all of the following must be answered. The first one says, as of the first day of classes for the term you're applying, will Georgia have been your present and permanent home for at least 12 consecutive months? Yes. And then we'll ask you, what is your county of legal residence? You're going to put home. Have you ever lived in another country or in any U.S. territory other than the state of Georgia? I have not, so I'm going to put no. Have you attended a Georgia high school for at least 1 year? Yes, I have. Have you graduated or will you graduate from a Georgia high school? Yes, I will. We get down to this information: a driver's license, state issue ID, Georgia, motor vehicle registration, Georgia, and in voter registration, I am too young to vote, so I will put no registration. Then we'll ask you, did you file a state income tax return in the past year? If you're working, you did. If you did not, say no. Are you a student from a homeless situation as defined by Georgia Code? I am not, so I'll put no. Employment history. You actually can put down your employment right here. I'm going to say that I am not working as of right now, so I'm going to leave that section blank. If you are working, you can go ahead and fill that out. And then it says, under the age of 24, all dual enrollment students will be under the age of 24. And it says, as of the first day of classes for your term you're applying, will Georgia have been the present and permanent home of your parents or U.S. court-appointed legal guardian for at least 12 consecutive months? Yes. Then you will get to this section right here, and it will say, please provide the following information regarding that person. We're going to choose my mom. We're going to say her name is Jerry Jones. She's my mother. Then it says, has the above parent or U.S. court-appointed legal guardian ever lived in another country or in any U.S. state territory other than the state of Georgia? I'm going to say no, she has not. And you would answer that question based on your situation. And then this right here would be for the parent. Again, for me, we're going to put Georgia for every question. Then comes the tax information. It says, did your parent or U.S. court-appointed legal guardian listed above file state income taxes in the past year? Yes, she did. Which U.S. state or territory? Again, this will be Georgia. Residency status filed, full year. Were you claimed as an independent on their state income tax? Yes, I was. Did someone else claim you as a dependent on their state income tax return in the past year? No. Did your parent or U.S. court-appointed legal guardian listed file federal taxes? Yes, she did. Were you claimed as a dependent on their federal tax return? Yes, I was. Then it will ask you, if applying for Georgia in-state tuition, would you like to upload proof of lawful presence? At some point in time, if you're applying for in-state tuition, you will have to provide verification of lawful presence. That's usually done by either a permit, a driver's license, or birth certificate. If it is your birth certificate, you will have to take that down to the admissions office for the Gainesville campus or the Lonica. As for your license and driver's permit, you actually can upload one right now, or you can send that to myself or Miss Lisa McDowell. I will say that I'm going to send that to Miss Lisa McDowell, so I'm going to say no at this time and hit go to application submission. This will take just a couple of seconds. You want to look over and make sure all the information is correct. You want to click that little button that says fee waiver. It will now be full. You will come down here, type in your name, hit submit now. You have the application confirmation page, and now you'll read over all of this information and you are actually good to go. This concludes how to apply to the UNG Dual Enrollment program.